guys, I'm Sofia Sparta. Welcome to the Fake Magazine. With me here today, I have New York City-based fashion designer and the brains behind Deity New York, Renee Bishop. Hey, Renee.
Hi, how's it going, Sophia?
Good. How are you? You look beautiful today.
Thank you. So do you.
Thanks. I'm so excited to be meeting with you. I looked at your line. It's incredible. Like, what a sexy, sophisticated, modern woman. I just want to start with the name deity. Like, I know it means like gods and goddesses of, divine states. How did you come up with it? Does it reflect the line? What are your thoughts on that?
Deity came to me, honestly, on a random walk in New York one day. It just popped in my head. I was like, deity. And, me being a very spiritual being, I'm a firm believer that, deity is of a divine nature. That's the meaning. And I consider all women a powerful goddess and of divine nature. And deity to me represents godlike. So the perfect blend of masculinity with our divine feminine nature. And I feel like all of my garments have a very masculine feel, but also have a very feminine feel to them.
It's super strong and beautiful. And like looking at the line, I do feel like a warrior goddess could wear any
I
one of
love that.
like super strong.
That's exactly what I'm going for.
Yeah. So when did you start designing clothing? How did you get into the fashion industry? Were you in other avenues before you started designing?
I started designing more of my own clothing within the last 4 years and just getting great feedback from it. And within the last 2 years, that's when I decided to start my own brand. After I got enough amazing feedback and everyone was just like, wow, who's the designer of what you're wearing? And I'm like, it's just me. So, and then I decided to launch Deity. I feel like I had a powerful message and a different look. And I was just ready to bring it out to the world instead of just keeping it all to myself. So that's kind of how Deity came to be.
Definitely. Sounds like a very organic, trajectory of your career, going from modeling into designing your own personal wardrobe and then saying other women are going to want to
Right.
look at it,
Not just me. I'm like, other women need to experience this as well, because I felt like, with the look that I was designing and going for, I wasn't really finding it in the market. So that's why I was kind of going home and just sketching and just, finding certain pieces that I was just like, oh, this would be so much better if it had this little design detail, or if it had like a little bit of sexiness, but also kind of a conservative look to it. So then I just decided making my own garments. And then that's how it just kind of came to be, from just, taking little points from other garments that I was kind of frustrated with and recreating it into my own.
Totally. And speaking of like visibility of, just either different body types towards how you want to design, or how women look in general, between hair, skin, nails, and with everything going on, what is the type of woman that you are designing for in particular?
Oh, such a great question. So for me, my frustration came out of me being curvy. I have an issue whenever I'm shopping because I have boobs. And, majority of women have boobs, and we have hips and we have curves. And, sometimes the garments were too showy, or, especially when it comes to designing or dressing for, the workplace. Finding workplace friendly garments, and also, from work to play. So for me, I was just designing for real women because that's how I am. I mean, I may be tall, but I also, am a little top heavy and do have a little bit of a butt. So designing for real woman. Yeah. and another thing I was always kind of frustrated with garments, I'm a firm believer, the best way to make us look more slimmer is, have a little bit more in the shoulders and a higher neckline to make our necks look longer. And, just finding just like little tweaks within our garments that I implemented into Deity, to accentuate our bodies, and, doing like the high waisted with the built-in boning and the corset to kind of give us that curvy, slim look without having to, wear other undergarments underneath. So I put a lot of thought into it from my own frustrations within the market.
Totally. And especially being in New York, we see
Oh yeah.
so many women, like so many different types of women going to happy hour after their corporate office job, to fashion, and to different types of avenues. So I'm sure you took in all of that information just from walking down the street.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And especially with the traffic here in New York, it's like we don't have time to to go home and change to get ready for dinner. So it's like you got to be ready at all hours of the day. It's like right after work, you have to run to like an event or you have to run to a dinner. It's like by the time you get home and change, you're already an hour late.
Right. We're always late in New York, though. No.
Always being prepared.
Definitely. Also, I just want to know your thoughts. Anna Wintour recently came out and spoke about how she would like to bring some visibility and inclusivity of specifically Black designers, photographers, models, and people of color across the board, but she spoke specifically for Black people. But what are your thoughts on the fact that she's been at Vogue for 30 plus years and has yet to find that type of visibility for marginalized groups?
Well, I love Anna Wintour. And, I'm really happy to see her speaking out for people of color more so than ever. And I feel like, in this environment, people are now stepping up to the plate and realizing, look, maybe we haven't been as inclusive for people of color, but we're willing to make that change now. And I can definitely appreciate that. And, I think we're going to see a different fashion industry where we're going to be having a lot more Black designers, a lot more women of color for models. And at this point, I'm just happy that we're going to see a different change.
Yeah, the wave is here. The wave is coming.
Right. The wave is here. Everyone was out there protesting. We were asking for to be more recognized and noticed. And, definitely because we've been speaking out more so, we're going to see a different change. So
I'm so excited for that change because honestly, I would love to see, your dark divine or gold glory out on Vogue. For the type of woman, I feel like you have really just across the board want to include all types of women, but have a really strong point of view of like success, modern, sexy, and also being a little bit modest to kind of encapsulate all of that together.
Yes. I mean, that to me is what every woman is striving to be, bold, powerful, divine, and timeless. And also, focusing a little bit more on slow fashion and not really following the trends, but, designing pieces that we can keep from years to come. Because at this juncture, we have to be consuming less. So
100%. I really love sustainable fashion. Fast fashion is kind of destroying our planet to a certain extent, as well as other industries. But fast fashion has been in that sector for a while now. That conversation is coming up, and I feel like. Where do you get your garments made that will sustain, such a long period of time to keep in your closet?
Oh, yes, that's actually a great question. So that was one of my biggest points right in the beginning, right before I started designing, was fabrics. I searched all over. I found the best wools, the best woolen fabrics. I love wool. To me, it's more of a natural fiber.
Mm-hmm.
And it lasts forever in our closet, especially the wool that I found, because it's not like your grandmother's wool. I always like to tell people, it's like, this is not your grandmother's wool. And I made sure of that. It was like, this is beautiful stretch wools that I have just searched high and low for. So I tend to design with more natural fibers.
That's the direction we should all be going in fashion and in all areas of our life, just to treat our planet a little bit more kind. And I just have a question for you, like a personal question. What is one item from your collection that you are like, everyone should own this one piece?
Oh, I love our double pleated blazer with the wrap belt. I love it. I'm a firm believer, you know, we need to, I mean, okay, so I'm a firm believer for women. We spend way too much time trying to figure out what to wear.
Mhm.
And I truly believe all you need is a great jacket, a great outerwear. We can take some style points from men
Yeah.
with just having a great jacket and just putting it on top of any kind of shirt, any kind of dress. You know, all it matters is, you know, how your outerwear is, you know, having that great piece, putting on a pair of leggings and running down the street. And everyone's just like, wow, you look so great. And really, it's just your jacket and your shoes.
I love that. And, you know, it's such a great point to make that, you know, everything else could kind of be, you know, a little downplayed, but you have that one item that's going to just skyrocket your whole look and transform your whole style. And that's what I love about your collection too. There's different pieces you could just like wear and be like, I'm perfect for today. You know, like
Right. And all it is just putting something right over you. That's
right.
it. And just walking out to the world and everyone's just like, wow, you look great today. What'd you do? Just,
Yeah.
just put on a jacket and went.
Oh, this whole thing, you know.
Right. Exactly. This whole thing. Oh, this is casual.
Yeah. Well, Renee, this has been an incredible conversation. Thank you so much for meeting with me today. I really just enjoyed speaking with you. I love your clothes, if I could say it anymore. Like
Thank you.
I couldn't sit here for like an hour saying
Right.
I love it. But they're so incredible. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope with all of this craziness happening in the world, you are staying safe and healthy. And hopefully we could see Deity on the streets soon.
Yes.
Able to go back out on the streets.
Right. It will be soon. I have faith. I definitely have faith in New York, especially, and also the world. We actually have pre-orders starting for our autumn winter, July 1st, and then ready to go to market. So I'm excited.
You could pre-order on your website.
Yes. DeityNewYork.com.
Yeah. Beautiful. I love that. Thank you so much, Renee.